Hi, friends. This is Shanti. I wanted to share with you about meditation. There's a lot of ideas about what meditation is and what meditation isn't. Can I meditate? It's too hard. I can't do it. Um, Maybe it's not within my religion, or I don't know. There's all kinds of ideas about what meditation is and what it isn't. So I'd like to offer one perspective. And there's many right perspectives, but just one that I like to hone in on, um, because it fills my heart with a lot of love. And so, as one of my teachers says, being established in truth is an experience where the mind is calm and the heart is open. And for me, when I participate and engage with meditation in this way, I find that my mind is calm and my heart is open. So I'd like to share that with you. So, one understanding and way of looking at what meditation is, very generally and very broadly, is that it's simply the process of paying attention. That's it. Meditation is the process of paying attention. So essentially, we all are already meditating every single day. We pay attention to something every day. Sometimes we're paying attention to what we're doing. Sometimes we're paying attention to our thoughts about the past or the future. Sometimes we pay attention to the beauty of nature. There's all kinds of things that we pay attention to, our children, our family, our friends. And so, first and foremost, we want to step into this idea that I can already meditate. And in fact, I am already meditating because I do pay attention. I pay attention to something. Now, the main question is, what do I pay attention to? And the other aspect of meditation is that it's a space in which the mind can rest. So it's a process of paying attention in a way that allows our mind to rest. Okay, well, what you pay attention to will determine whether the mind is thinking, stressing, worrying, fretting, fearing, doubting, these kinds of things, or if the mind is able to rest, be at peace, be clear, calm, and tranquil. So what we pay attention to determines the quality and the state of our mind, and how our mind is either at rest or um, busy, like a busy bee. And that has an effect on our nervous system and our emotions and our body and our health. So one thing I like to pay attention to, and one thing that's recommended across the board when it comes to meditation on what to pay attention to, is the sensation and the flow of your breath. It seems so simple, and yet it's so profound. You see, our breath is like our eternal friend. It's always paying attention to us. So our breath pays attention to us. Our breath is meditating upon us. It's paying attention to us, making sure that we're breathing in when we need to breathe in, and that we're breathing out when we need to breathe out. So that every in-breath brings in nourishment, and every out-breath cleanses and allows us to let go. Every in-breath comes in, brings in what we need. Every out-breath goes out and takes out what we don't need. And it is paying attention to us. Because let's be honest, how often do you actually pay attention to the fact that you're breathing? Especially, when you're sleeping or when you're highly focused on something else. We have this eternal friend, this benevolent force that inspires our inspiration and inspires us to exhale. We inhale and we exhale. So it's a friend, it's a benevolent force of life. And And it is always meditating upon us, paying attention to us, taking care of us. So, in the process of us actively meditating, we can meditate upon the very force that's meditating on us. And we can do that by feeling the sensation of your breath. Because when you hone in on a sensation that you can feel through your senses, it actively minimizes unconscious or repetitive thinking, like the worrying about the past, the fretting about the future. It minimizes that. Bringing your attention to a sensation helps to bring you to the present moment, to the here and now, because right here and now is when you're feeling the sensation in your body. So, one way I like to think about feeling the flow of my breath, I feel it come in through the nose, the sensation, and then exhale, feel it leaving my nose. And there's a rhyme and a reason and a purpose to breathing through the nose. I won't go into the science behind that now, but let's just take it for at face value. Let's breathe through our nose. Feel the moment the breath enters the nostrils. Feel it going in and up as high as you can sense it. And then exhale, feeling the sensation of your breath leaving your nostrils. And you pay attention to the sensation and the flow. At first, you might want to pay attention to what it feels like right at the opening of the nostril when the breath first enters your body. And feeling it, what it feels like, the difference in pressure or sensation as you exhale and the breath leaves your body. The next thing that you can hone in on as far as a sensation of the movement of your breath is how your breath is slightly cooler on the inhalation and slightly warmer on the exhalation. Because as you take in the air, it comes in, it gets warmed up by the lungs, and then you exhale it, it's slightly warmer. And so you can notice the sensation and the difference in temperature between your inhale and your exhale. One way I like to look at my breath, because sometimes it's like, who cares? Why would I pay attention? My breath is going to come and go whether I'm paying attention to it or not. If we think of our breath as our eternal friend, as a force that's meditating upon us, a force that's paying attention, even when we're not paying attention to it. Everything thrives a little bit more when we give it attention, when we give it appreciation and acknowledgement. And so I think of my breath as a friend, and I think of my nostrils, the opening of my nostrils, as the door to my house. And I treat my breath like I would treat a friend. Like if I saw a friend driving up my driveway, and I was so grateful that my friend came in, I'm actually going to walk out and greet my friend and then bring them in to my house. So as I breathe in, I feel where the breath begins. And then the moment it enters my house, I'm right there. Welcome, friend, to come in. Right? And then when it's time for my friend to leave on the exhalation, I don't just walk my friend to the door. I actually walk my friend all the way out to their car. And then here comes my friend again. I'm right here, acknowledging it, greeting it with open arms to enter my body. And then I follow the breath out, just like I walk a friend out to their car as they're leaving. And in this way, I pay attention. I'm present. I'm right there with my friend, my dear friend, my breath. This life-sustaining force that's ever paying attention, making sure that I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. And because of that benevolence and that love, there's something very powerful when Something is meditating upon you, and then you turn and face it. Because generally, what we do is our breath, our life force meditates upon us. It pays attention, makes sure that we're sustained, that we're nourished. And we take that energy and that nourishment and we face it outward, and we look at the world, and we're always looking this way, you know? And very rarely, if ever, do we actually just turn our attention back to the very source that's sustaining our life. But when we do, it's a grand meeting. It is a beautiful unfoldment and relationship of love and life. So just wanted to encourage you to give it a try, to meet your own life force and to give it some attention, to pay it some attention, and allow the mind to rest in the flow of your breath. And notice that you have the capacity to pay attention. You have the ability to feel your breath moving in, and you have the ability to walk and be with your breath as far out as it goes. And then it comes back in and it goes back out. And at any point in the day, you can turn your attention in and just notice this flow in any moment, because your breath is available to you 24/7. You don't have to be in a special place or doing a special thing. Your breath doesn't wait for you to be in a special place or be doing a special thing in order for it to give you its attention. So you don't have to wait either in any moment. You just take a moment. You don't even have to close your eyes. Just do what you're doing. You could be washing the dishes or listening to a friend or, I don't know, working, playing, laying down to go to sleep. And you just lightly give small amount of attention to this flow, this friend, this benevolence, this life, and see what it does for you. See how it calms your mind, it opens your heart to feel this sense of deep, profound love, unconditional love, benevolence, nourishment, support that's ever with you, surrounding you, supporting you, moving in through you, moving out through you. It's a beautiful love relationship. I hope you find this helpful and hope you give it a try, and I hope you have a wonderful day.